When did your parental instincts save your child's life? The swimming instructor seemed perfect. 20 years of experience, glowing reviews, and my 7-year-old son absolutely loved him. Coach Mike had this way with kids that made them feel fearless in the water. Maybe that should have been my first warning sign. After 3 weeks of lessons, Tommy was swimming like a fish, diving off the board, holding his breath for over a minute, completely comfortable in the deep end. The other parents were jealous. How did Coach Mike get him so confident so fast? I was proud. Tommy had always been scared of water. Then I noticed something odd during pickup one day. Tommy was shivering uncontrollably, even though it was 85 degrees outside. Just cold from the pool, Coach Mike said quickly. He's been working really hard today, but the pool was heated, and Tommy's lips were blue. The next week, Tommy came home exhausted. Not normal tired, completely drained. He fell asleep at the dinner table. Probably a growth spurt, my wife said. But when I asked Tommy about his lesson, he just stared at his plate. We practiced holding our breath, he whispered. For how long? I don't remember. That Friday, I decided to watch the entire lesson instead of just dropping him off. What I saw made my blood freeze. Coach Mike was timing how long kids could hold their breath underwater with a stopwatch, pushing them to go longer and longer. My son was under for almost 2 minutes. When Tommy finally surfaced, gasping and panicked, Coach Mike just reset the timer. Again, winners don't give up. I ran to the pool edge. Tommy's eyes were unfocused. He was hyperventilating. What the hell are you doing? I shouted. Teaching discipline, mental toughness. He's 7 years old. I pulled Tommy out immediately. His whole body was shaking. That night, I researched shallow water blackout. What I found terrified me. Kids can lose consciousness underwater without warning. No struggle, no splash. They just sink. Multiple children die every year from breath-holding exercises. Coach Mike knew this. He had to know this. I called the swim center the next morning and demanded to speak with the manager. Coach Mike is our most experienced instructor, she said dismissively. He's making kids hold their breath for dangerous amounts of time. That's part of advanced training. For 7-year-olds? Silence. I contacted the other parents. Turns out their kids had been having the same symptoms. Exhaustion, fear, nightmares about drowning. One mother's daughter had actually passed out in the bathtub at home while practicing her breathing exercises. We went to the health department as a group. The investigation revealed Coach Mike had been running unlicensed breath control programs for years. No safety protocols, no medical oversight. 2 kids in different states had already died under his instruction. He'd been moving from facility to facility, leaving before anyone connected the dots. The swim center lost their license. Coach Mike faced criminal charges. The worst part? During the investigation, we found Coach Mike's training journal. He'd been documenting which kids could be pushed furthest. Tommy was labeled as high pain tolerance and eager to please authority. He'd identified my son as someone he could exploit. The journal showed he'd been gradually increasing breath-holding times over months, testing how far he could push each child before parents noticed. Some entries were chilling. Subject shows signs of hypoxia, but remains compliant. Increased duration next session. He wasn't teaching swimming. He was conducting experiments on children. The FBI found similar journals at his previous locations, always targeting the most obedient kids, always pushing them past safe limits. Tommy still loves swimming, but now he knows the most important rule. Breathing isn't optional. And I learned that predators don't always look like monsters. Sometimes they look like the coach everyone trusts. He got 15 years. Tommy got his childhood back. Sometimes the most dangerous lessons come from people we trust to keep our kids safe.